welcome. This is Krysta Gibson with NewSpiritJournal.com, and my guest is Mark Dodich. Hi, Mark.
Hey, another year already.
Can you believe it?
Yeah.
This year has just flown by. So you're going to tell us the overview for December 2020, the last month of the year, and I hope it's just full of good news.
I'm hearing that a lot from clients these days. Tell me something nice.
That's
yeah.
Right.
Well, first off, you'll remember from last month that we had a lunar eclipse on November 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So between November 30th and the coming solar eclipse on December 14th, we're in the 2 weeks between eclipses. Okay. And what that means is it tends to bring people's emotions up to the surface. The idea is that which is going on deeper inner levels needs to rise, or that which we have been avoiding and pushing away rises too, okay? Right. So number one, the eclipse on the 14th, solar eclipse, means it's a new moon, new beginnings. It's in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is associated with our belief system. So we can either believe that COVID's out to get us, or that we are opening up to some greater thing, and that is our choice as human beings, okay? But Sagittarius says, I must be willing to take a risk on myself. Life is an adventure. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to travel. I'm ready for more, okay? And so just really this next first 2 weeks of the month, be thinking about what is it that I really want that is calling me from a deeper level? Where have I forgotten that life is supposed to be fun and an adventure? Right. Would be really important. And then with the solar eclipse on the 14th, it's, well, what am I really willing to take a risk on myself to accomplish in my life? And part of, see, the lunar eclipse that was on November 30th was in Gemini, which is lots of talk and lots of ideas. Right. But the question is, well, which ideas are you going to pick to implement in your life? And that's what's going on in the first 2 weeks of the month, okay? Now, the big deal that everybody really wants to talk about, you hear all the astrologers talking about, is on winter solstice. Okay. So, you know, this past year, we've been talking about those 3 heavy-duty planets in Capricorn that haven't been around since the 1200s, and life is heavy, and responsibility, and rules, and restrictions, and all that. Well, this new energy, Jupiter, expansion, and Saturn, work for the long term, are both starting a brand new 20-year cycle. And so it's a big deal in astrology. You start a new 20-year plan, and it's in the very first degree of the sign Aquarius. So in astrology, when something begins in the first degree of something, that really is new beginnings. Right, right. So if you kind of get it, we got this solar eclipse saying, what is my belief system going to let me open up to on a larger level? This Jupiter and Saturn 20-year alignment is starting a new 20-year plan for what are you willing to take a risk and expand and bring out your coach, teacher, mentor, minister, traveler, and make it a long-term plan. So on one level, we're putting our short-term energy into expansion, but we also have to make sure that it's a long-term plan, not just a quick kill overnight kind of a deal. Right. Okay.
That's exciting. Yes.
Anyways, it's an important thing in astrology. It's one of the cycles we track on a regular basis is these 20-year plans. So instead of doing your what's up for 2021, like many people do at the end of the year, I would want to look at what is this bigger picture and what steps am I willing to take to step into this bigger picture. Wow, nice. Because clearly Aquarius is innovative. It's us on the internet doing what we're doing. Right. It's technology. It's innovative. I'm willing to try something new. And so we're all going to need to step out of our comfort zones.
And the world needs that right now. I mean, that energy is perfect for what we need.
Yeah, and of course there's a lot of anxiety out there over, not just in a new president for the USA, but Peru's got stuff going on, and the whole world's got things going on. It's not just the USA. Exactly. And we're all being called to step into a higher vision because Aquarius rules higher ideals. And the question is are we going to be hard-headed and try to stay with where we used to be, or recognize the world's changed and it's not going back? Exactly. And are we willing to step into it is the issue. Yep. Okay. Yep. Now, for those who celebrate Christmas, it's a pretty quiet day, December 25th. Okay. So I would just keep a low profile would be my suggestion. And then December 31st, New Year's Eve, the moon is going to move into Leo, which is about opening hearts and fun and creativity. However, all day, the moon, which represents our emotions, makes challenges to other planets. And when it does it all day long, it's like, just go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And, you know, Rolling Stone gathers no moss kind of language. You just keep moving through whatever the little obstacles are.
Right.
But by the time we get to New Year's Eve, it's, well, here's Leo opening hearts and do something creative or do something fun. Okay.
Yeah.
But I will say that the emotions will be a little out of sorts on New Year's Eve, but the heart wants what the heart wants.
Right. Right.
So somehow you're going to have to figure out, well, I'll just pay attention to my emotions, but what's more important is, where's my heart engaged?
Right. Right.
You know?
Yeah. It sounds like a good month. I mean, that's the kind of
it is a good month.
think that we need and want right now, is refreshing energy and moving forward energy and creativity, and, you know, being able to be forward looking rather than staying stuck with what might be going on now. Is let's move this forward. So that sounds awesome. I like it.
Yeah, and anyone who's willing to be introspective and look at the bigger picture of their life and why am I on planet Earth, this is really going to support them.
Awesome.
And for those who are playing ostrich with head in the sand, it's going to be uncomfortable.
It's going to be a difficult month, so they might want to, if you've got your head in the sand, maybe now would be a good time to pull it out.
It is time for a new view.
Yeah, exactly. And it is so much. So I want to remind people again that they can get in touch with you directly through your website, astromark.us, and see how does this impact your individual chart, because it can impact people in different ways, and you can help them understand that. And you also give the overview once a week at newspiritjournal.com, so they can find out week to week kind of what's going on and make their plans from there.
Perfect. Perfect.
So thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and thank you so much for everything you've done for us in 2020. It's been a rough year for us in so many ways, and yet it is setting us up for something really good, I believe. So Happy New Year to you.
Very good. Alrighty.
Take care. Bye.
Bye now.